them. If I don't answer them right when you do it, I will come back at the end and answer all questions that were presented today. So today is all about burning belly fat. So I know I titled this live stream how to better burn belly fat. But really, the tips I'm going to be sharing with you guys today are going to help you out with burning fat from all over in your trouble areas. All right. Now, let me just kind of first say this because I feel like a lot of times I've been doing this for a very long time. I've heard so many women come to me and men too saying, hey, I just want to lose my stomach. So let me just kind of clear the air. There is no such thing as spot reducing. You cannot spot reduce. It's just not possible. However, the tips I am going to be sharing with you are going to help you to better burn fat overall, and especially if you carry a lot of excess fat in your waistline. So let me know just real quick in the comments if you feel like it's been a struggle for you to lose belly fat, because it's something that I hear so many times. I hear it time and time and time again from so many different women. And a lot of people think it's a combination of, like, I've heard some clients legit tell me things like, Brit, I don't think I can ever lose my belly fat because my mom had it, my aunt has it, my sister has it. It's genetic. This is my body. This is just how it is. So maybe you might be in that category. You feel like it's like your genetics to blame, or maybe you might be, you might have had children and you just feel like your body's just how it is now. Like it's never going to go back to how it used to be, or you're never going to be able to have like that flat stomach, that snatched waist, I like to kind of call it, that you really want to have. Or maybe you just never really got there just in life in general. You feel like you can, but you just don't know what's missing. So that's why I wanted to come on here today and share with you guys 3 key areas that you need to be focusing in order to better burn belly fat and just overall fat in general. Okay. So first things is, you guys hear me preach all the time, especially if you follow me on my social media and my Instagram stories. You hear me talk all the time about the importance of diet. It is because when it comes to losing fat in general, you have to make sure your diet is where it needs to be. And a lot of people tend to translate that as, oh, I got to give up carbs. Like, I mean, if you've ever felt like, oh, you know what, I got to lose this belly fat, so boop, I got to give up carbs. I can't eat any bread. I can't eat any rice. I can't eat any pancakes. I can't eat cereal. I can't eat my favorite little snacks. Like, let me know if that's kind of in you, because so many women that I talk to come to me feeling like that. And here's the thing. I'm not going to talk about keto in this live stream today, because that's a whole other different topic that I can go into a lot more detail about. Not going to do it today. But giving up carbs is not the answer. And it definitely isn't something that you have to do in order to reshape your waist and to also lose belly fat. Now, there is a such thing as restricting your carbs when you are wanting to lose weight, right? Or lose stubborn fat. So to a degree, yes, you can't eat all the carbs in the world under the sun that you want until you're happy and content, right? Because at the end of the day, your body still has to burn off more than you're intaking, and carbs are really easy. Ashley Mark said that's when me in the past. I already know the deal. And that's just it, right? When you eat a lot of carbs, it's not necessarily, people think that it's the carbs that make them hold on to belly fat, or it's the carbs that make them unable to lose belly fat, but it's not. It's eating too much of a combination of things, right? So I've seen people who were on keto and they were living their best keto life, right? Eating all the things that's keto approved and all those kind of things, and be struggling to lose weight. Or they may have lost like maybe 20 pounds or had like a good push in the beginning, and then got to a point where they plateau and they can't figure out what's going on, right? Oftentimes I find that when those clients start working with me, it's because they're eating too many fats, right? So I think a lot of times people point the finger at a certain kind of macronutrient, like, oh, I can't lose weight, so I'm gonna give up carbs. Carbs are the issue. Oh, I can't lose weight, I'm gonna give up fats. I'm gonna do a low fat diet. That's the issue. Oh, you know what? Meat is the issue. I'm going vegan. To hell with it, right? And I hear that from so many people. So kind of let me know if that's ever been kind of you, because the thing about it, when it comes to losing fat, and especially with belly fat, you have to eat the right things in the right amount. And I tend to like to set people up for a lifestyle as opposed to it being a quick solution. That's why if you work with me, whether it's one-on-one in a challenge or anything like that, you will notice that I have carbs in all you guys' meal plans. I eat carbs because I love them. right? And I just find that when you are really looking at losing, like losing belly fat and keeping that waist like small how you want it to be, you got to be able to not only just lose the weight but also maintain it. Because there's no point. What's the point you doing all this work, right? Just for you to get in that dress for that weekend or go on that vacation, feelbomb.com, then eat your life away and then come back 10 pounds heavier and be like, oh, I got to find the next thing, right? So it creates like a never ending cycle, which is why I'm a huge believer that you don't have to give up carbs in order to do it. And as long as you're eating the right things and the right portion amounts, then you can definitely be set up to have a successful fat loss journey while still not feeling like you're deprived of all your favorite foods. Let me see. Kesha says, why does belly have to be so stubborn? listen, listen. I wish it wasn't like that, but unfortunately, it's just a thing. And I normally see like women who struggle with losing belly fat, they don't tend to struggle losing fat from other places, right? Like we all have an area of our body where our body likes to hold on to the fat, like, we ain't letting this go. We're going to hang on to it. And for so many women, it's your belly. So if that's you, understand that you can implement all the changes that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, all the triggers I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. But if your body is just, if your body naturally carries fat in your midsection, and that's your last way, that's your last place to go, you can't change that, right? That's just genetic. Some women, the first thing they lose is like fat in their face. And it's like they got a whole new net that they didn't even know that was there. I worked with some clients where their butt and their thighs first to go, their belly fat area is the last, right? So we all have different ways where we carry and store fat and then release fat as well. That really can't be changed. So I mean, it's just part of it. I really wish there was a magic pill we could take to make the fat leave from where we want it to leave first, but it's just not. It's just not. But yeah, but that's also where you have to make sure that your training is where it needs to be as well, because a lot of times I see people make this mistake. Let me know if this has been you, where you begin to feel like, okay, you know what? I got to do something about this stomach. I'm going to start doing some more cardio and I'm going to start doing some more crunches. And you might start doing some more cardio and you might start doing some crunches. You might have even tried one of those like 100 ab crunch things that they have, like those ab challenges that they have out there floating around on Pinterest and Instagram. And then you look up and you're just like, okay, well, my stomach's sore, but I still got that little fat hanging down like over my little food that I don't want to get, that I don't like. Right. So let me kind of know if that's the case, because I feel like so many people tend to think that the answer is going to be, oh, if I just do more cardio, then that's going to really cut it. Or if I just do more crunches, that's what's going to really cut it. The reason why those things don't necessarily work the way you think they're going to work is because when you are doing just, let's just say you just said, all right, you know what? I want to tone up, tighten up my stomach. I'm going to do 50 crunches a night, 7 days a week. Well, that's cool, right? Because your abs are a muscle. But the thing that's covering up your muscle from being seen and being visible is the fat. So unless you are doing things to lose the fat first, once you lose the fat, you reveal the muscle underneath. Because I've worked with so many clients that feel like they don't have a six pack or they can't have ab lines, when in fact, they really can, but they haven't lost the fat that's covering them up enough for you to feel, for you to be able to see the difference, right? So that's really where that kind of comes into play. And then on the flip side of that, if you just start doing more cardio, a lot of people notice, and it's not uncommon for you to do more cardio and become hungrier. And you're just like, okay, I'm doing all this cardio. And then you start to eat more. So not only are you doing more cardio, but now you're eating more. So your body is not going to release the fat that it already has. Okay. So that's another big mistake that I see people make all the time, which is why your training really has to be optimized and for you to lose fat. And the answer isn't always doing more cardio, because like I just said, you can do more cardio, but if your diet isn't where it needs to be, you're not going to really see a difference. And if you're now if you start overeating, over snacking, you definitely aren't going to see a difference like you want to see. And crunches alone just aren't going to really cut it. So one of the best things that you can do for your training is to make sure you have a program that's going to incorporate all of the above, right? By all the above, I'm not just talking about cardio. Cardio has a time and a place, absolutely. I'm not just talking about doing core work and crunches, because yes, you do need to condition your core if when you reveal the fat, you want to see those nice ab lines or see that nice 6-pack, 2-pack, whatever your goal is, right, for your waist, or just that flat waist in general. But you also have to be strength training, because when you strength train, that is going to help reshape your body the absolute fastest. So a lot of people are so surprised when I tell them that, okay, well, if you really are serious about these fat loss goals, I'm going to need you to start prioritizing strength training. They're just like, wait, what? I thought I had to do more cardio and do more crunches. I'm like, yeah, that has a time and a place, but those things are more secondary to your strength training. When you strength train, it is going to boost your metabolism at a much higher rate, and it's going to be prolonged, okay? And also, the more lean muscle mass that you build through strength training, guess what? The higher your metabolism is. The higher your metabolism is, the faster you're going to be able to burn fat that you have and that you're storing and that you want to get rid of. So you really got to make sure that everything kind of plays a part. So the second secret is to make sure you have a make sure you're doing strength training in addition to your cardio and your core. So a lot of times people ask me, okay, Brit, well, how many times do I really strength train? I'm not going to live in the gym like you do. You don't have to. You absolutely don't have to. If you are super beginner and you're just starting out, you could definitely get away with having a 3 to 4 day strength training routine that you follow, right? Because again, it has to fit your lifestyle. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to be sustainable. And it's also not going to be something that you're going to be able to keep up with in the long run to maintain the results once you get them. So that's a great place for you to start. If you've been strength training, you're just like, well, I don't really know if things are kind of really I don't really know if I'm seeing more results. I feel like I've plateaued. That's when you probably need to either one, change up what you've been doing for strength training, because you may have fallen into a rut. And when you've fallen into a rut, most people don't really push as hard as they need to kind of push. It might be time for you to revamp that up. Or you may need to change your diet in the ways that I just talked about in step number 1, and playing with the ratios of kind of what you're eating, okay? And in case you guys missed it, I did do an entire live on my YouTube channel all around how to figure out your macros in order to lose fat and reshape your body. That is still on my page here. So you guys can always refer back to that to see it. All right, now the third thing that I'm going to get into, this is really where I see a lot of people naturally kind of default to, which I don't blame them for. I really blame like diet culture, Instagram, things like that, because there's so many accounts that I scroll across on my own feeds, and I see, oh, I started taking this fat burner and boop, the weight just left my waist, right? So let me know if you've ever considered taking like fat burners or any kind of fat loss supplements, or you might have even considered like waist training to help you burn more fat, like especially in your stomach area, because it can be really tempting when you're seeing so much on social media about it. And really what I find with a lot of people who turn to those things first is they turn to them prematurely. So the extras, those kind of things, that's really what I think about. Like if this is going to be like a cake, right? Because I know I love me some sweets. That's like the icing on the cake. The foundational stuff is going to be the diet, going to be the training, and then everything else on top of that is just going to supplement what you've already been doing, right? It's the reason why they call them supplements, because it's not the foundational stuff. It really is there and designed to supplement what you currently have been doing already. Okay. Now, they do have a time and a place, and they can definitely help you to burn more fat faster. If you are one of those people to where you just have a really slow metabolism, or maybe you've been on your journey for a while, you just kind of hit a plateau, then natural fat burning, natural metabolism boosters can definitely help you out a lot. There's several, let me just kind of say this first. I am not sitting here pushing fat burners here on anybody, okay? Before y'all start popping off in my comments, let me say that. But there is a room to have things in your rotation to help boost your metabolism so that you can burn fat more efficiently in your diet, okay? Now there's natural supplements that you can take. There's supplements that don't contain natural ingredients that are going to give you that more like jittery feeling that's going to cause you to maybe kind of sweat and kind of have like the shakes a little bit. I've taken a little bit of everything, you guys. So feel free to ask questions if you'd like to know more about those things. But you want to look for, if you are going to be taking these supplements, you want to make sure that you're not taking these supplements and your diet is not 100%. Because oftentimes, not only can they be pricey and expensive depending on what you go with, but if your diet isn't where it needs to be, the supplement's not going to be able to do what in fact it really needs to be able to do, right? So again, if you are looking to better burn belly fat and better burn fat in general, taking supplements to help boost your metabolism can in fact help you along your journey and along your way. Again, just making sure that you are 100% on it with where you need to kind of be. And then waist trainers always come up a lot. You guys know I waist train. I have one on right now. And the biggest question that I get around those is, okay, well, are they going to help me burn more belly fat than what I would normally do? And my answer to that question is this. Waist trainers are only going to be as effective as your diet and your training program really is. Because what a waist trainer is going to do is not going to magically spot reduce fat here, right? All a waist trainer is going to do is going to hold you in, right? Constrict you. It's going to hold your waist in kind of like this, like super, super tight. And you're going to notice that your appetite isn't going to be as big as it normally is, which can help you to lose fat and what can help you to lose weight because you're eating less food. It's also going to help reshape your waist in a way that you can't naturally on your own. I don't naturally have a really slim waist. So for me to have like an hourglass shape, I've really had to work to wear these things consistently. But in combination with my diet, okay, and my training being where it needs to be. And that's when I've seen the most success with it, and clients who I've gotten to see success with it as well. So I know how tempting it can be to kind of turn to all these things out of desperation. And one of my clients, she's probably gonna catch the replay, but I'm gonna brag on her for a little bit. Her name is Tata. That's where she was when she first started working with me. She had found herself like just in a complete rut, right? Like she used to be kind of active. She had let go. Life kind of took over. Her to-do list kept getting longer and longer and longer. And she started falling more at the bottom of it and the bottom of it with everything that kind of came up in her life. So when she came to me, she was just like, I just don't like the way that I feel. I don't feel good. I don't feel good in my clothes. I don't feel good when I see myself in pictures. When I look in the mirror, I don't feel good. So kind of let me know if that's ever been you, if you can kind of relate to that. And she had tried everything, right? She had tried cutting out carbs. She had tried keto. She had tried even eating less meat because she thought meat was a culprit, right? She even started doing more cardio. She said she had done one of those, she had been doing like more core work and like just like ab workouts that you find like on Instagram and you save them. Like we all kind of find something to save it. She had been doing all those things, right? She was taking some supplements. She was just throwing everything she could against the wall and seeing what stuck. And nothing really changed for her until we started working together and I started really tinkering with all these areas that I'm talking about and changing things up. So now, fast forward until now, and she now is rocking crop tops year long, like year-round crop tops, right? And that didn't happen until we got her diet where it needed to be. And let me just kind of say this. She's not sitting here starving and not eating carbs. She's eating over 2,500 calories a day. She's eating carbs with every single meal. She has tons of fats. Let me see. Ashley says, I love fats. So yes, yes, tons of fat. Fats are delicious. And she's super satisfied. And she's not actually right now, she's not even doing cardio. She's just doing strength training alone because we've gotten her metabolism to a place where her body is just like a furnace. It is like a machine. So she's able to consume high amounts of food, high amounts of carbs, and still be relatively tight. And that's ultimately what you want when you're wanting to burn belly fat, right? You want to do it in a way that's going to really feel good and not feel like you're like starving on your last leg and just eating air, ice cubes, lettuce, and hope, okay, for dinner, because that's just not going to be sustainable. But once you get all those three areas that I talked to you about today working together, that's when all the magic happens. And that's why I created my Build Your Curves challenge. I am so excited about this. You guys who've been following me just know that I love a good challenge. And this has been something I have been thinking about for years, simply because I wanted to create something where women can join and you can begin to lose that stubborn belly fat that you want, but also build the curves that you want, because we're going to be doing strength training in that. Your diet is going to be exactly where it needs to be in order for you to not feel like you're starving, but also build the curves that you want, build that muscle that you want, like in your butt, be able to tighten up your legs and feed your body what it needs so that it can build, but also release excess fat that you are holding on to. And then of course, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my secrets for the extras. So if you're looking for like natural fat burners that you guys can take, fat burners that are going to be a little bit more on the advanced side, where you're already are accustomed to taking things and you're just like, oh, okay, you know what, I can kind of turn it up a notch. I'm going to be sharing with you guys exact supplement recommendations, things that I have taken, things that my clients have taken as well. And in addition to even more extras there to kind of help you out in that regard. So if that's something that you were just like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for something like this, and you want to feel supported along the way and have just a great community while you're doing going along your journey with you, because going at it alone is really difficult. And when you have a community of women who are also screaming yes and support you from afar, it makes it so much more rewarding. Then make sure you guys check out the link. I'm getting ready to post it here. The program itself is not open yet. However, you can, in fact, go ahead and join the waitlist. I'm going to post the link right here. So I just posted the link in the comments here. Feel free to tap on over, join the waitlist. You'll be the first to get notified when I release details about it. And if you're catching this live long after the challenge has started, if you tap on this link, I will notify you when the next round begins. Okay, so please just don't think that that you've kind of missed the boat if you're watching this months from now. So please, guys, comment down below with any questions that you guys have, any areas that you want me to go into a little bit more. I'm going to do a little kind of countdown here while I wait for you guys to post things, simply because I know there's a lag when you guys type them out and then when I actually kind of see them here. I'm going to take a little minute and just kind of scroll through the comments just to kind of see if I missed anything while I have been on. All right, Ashley said, drop that fat burner supplement. Listen, join the challenge and you will get all of the secrets. Okay, like, listen, I am not holding anything back. I want you guys to be set up for success when you do this challenge, because this is the time of year where you really can make tremendous amount of progress right before summertime. Like, it is right now, at the time it's recording, it is May 1st. So you hear that? That's summer knocking on your door, okay? So this is the perfect time for you to get these things in motion so that you can really, truly slide into summer just loving the way that you guys feel and loving the way that you guys look. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to be stuck in this particular body that you're currently in. Let me see. That's a great question. So Kashna says, how is this different from your other programs? So this program is really focused not only just on like tightening up your waist, but also building your curves. So this program is going to be a heavy focus on strength training and really just building out your legs, your glutes, your arms, things like that. Other programs that I've done in the past is more so being catered towards like extreme, like wanting to really lose weight, wanting to really kind of lose fat. And this one is about building. There's a different way that you eat when you're wanting to just purely lose fat and lose weight versus wanting to build your curves and stay tight in the process. It's a different way that you have to kind of eat, because your body is going to require different kind of nutrients in order to support putting on lean muscle mass. And that's where I was kind of sharing with you, kind of like in Taka's example, to where now she's able to eat high amounts, like ridiculous amounts of carbs and everything, still grow the areas that she wants to on her body, but still stay relatively tight. So this program is really setting you guys up for that. And it's less about just wanting to lose weight and less about just wanting to just kind of lose fat. So I hope that answers your question. Oh, and also, this is also going to include gym workouts as well. So a lot of my other programs, I've created them for you guys to do it both kind of home and gym. But this program is going to be also catered towards my my ladies out there who want to go to the gym and to tone, to build up their bodies that way as well. So it's going to have an entire catalog of exercises that you can do at the gym. I'm going to show you how to do them. So a lot of times what happens is when I get people that say, oh, Brit, I want to go do this at the gym, like, you don't even know how to navigate around the machines. I'm going to be showing you exactly what to do while you're in the gym, and also kind of the at-home version that you can do as well. Let's see. Kesha says, are there workouts I can do from home if I can't? Yes. So I'm going to have the workouts are almost going to be like a side-by-side kind of thing, to where you'll have the gym version and then you'll have the corresponding home version. That way, regardless of what you guys have access to, or maybe you might want to get to the gym, but you can't, so you got to work out with what you have at home, you guys can do the workouts at home. I will say this, because this is going to be heavily focused on strength training, you are going to need some equipment at home. So you're going to need some resistance bands. If you don't already have a set that kind of goes up in like resistance, you are going to need that. And then you also are going to need like some type of dumbbells, like something on the light side, medium side to heavy side, because when it comes to really reshaping your body and building your curves out, you have to have some resistance there. So just be prepared. I am going to give you guys a list of things, of recommended things that you're going to need from home in order to do this, that you will need to kind of get some things in your rotation if you currently don't already have anything. Ashley says, does this program include a meal plan like your other challenges? Yes, absolutely. So this program, it has to, like, nothing that I do is not gonna have a meal plan, right? I'm not one of those coaches that's gonna put something out there and say, oh, you know what? Figure it out on your own. Good luck. No, it's not. So it is going to include a customized meal plan. I know a lot of you guys have different lifestyles. So if you're pescatarian, or if you're vegetarian, or if you're vegan, or you might have some gluten intolerances, you are going to be able to follow the corresponding meal plan that's best for you. So yes, it is going to include a meal plan along with swap out options, because y'all know I don't want you guys to get bored with anything. And you do have a little bit more flexibility, or I should say a lot more flexibility, when you are looking at overall like building out your shape in terms of what you can eat. So I'm really excited for this one, y'all. Um, Kesha says, is your one-on-one program open? First question, is this supplemental with working with you one-on-one? So they're two different things. So is my one-on-one program open? Yes, it is open. So let me just kind of say that. As of right now, my one-on-one program is open. I do have a few spaces left until I'm fully booked for the next 6 weeks or so. So just kind of let me know if you would like more information there. I know we're connected on all the channels with all the things. You can definitely reach out if you are looking for more info there. And then the second question Kesha asks is this supplemental with working with you one-on-one? So I wouldn't say it's supplemental, because when you work with me one-on-one, you get a completely customized, curated program to your goals, like to Keshna. So if you tell me, hey, Brit, I'm currently eating like 3 times a day and I want to work out 3 days a week and I don't want to eat this, and that, you're going to get a program that's going to mimic all those kind of things, right? If you're inside of Build Your Curves, then Build Your Curves is going to be more of a community-based program. So you're going to lose some of that like personalized one-on-one attention that you get within when you work with me at the highest level in the one-on-one kind of format. Now, my one-on-one clients, you guys do have the option to complete any of my other challenges that you guys want, but you don't necessarily have to. If you're working with me one-on-one, that you wouldn't need to be in this challenge, because you're getting even more from me designing everything with you on a more personalized, intimate experience. So hope that answers your question. Please let me know, guys, if you have any more. I will hang on a tad bit longer just to see if you guys have any more. So I know some people on here who have done like my 21-day snatch waist challenge. You guys know that is something that I came out with a few years ago. And that challenge is really designed on jumpstarting you to getting just a healthy lifestyle going in general. So I designed that challenge for women who are just like, you know what, I'm just sick and tired of restarting and having to start all over again. I'm ready to, I just need a jump start so I can just get back on the good foot. That's what the 21-day snatch waist challenge was designed to do, right? It's 21 days long and that's it. This challenge is actually going to be longer, okay? Because when you are building your curves, it takes a longer amount of time. So it's actually going to be a 90-day challenge, you guys. So I think that's also one of the biggest factors that's going to be different in it, because it really does. Anyone that tells you, oh, you could build your curves in 2 weeks, they lying. They lying. Okay, I'm just going to say it here. You could tell them I said it. I don't care. I will stand behind that. But this challenge is actually going to be a 90-day challenge, because I want you guys to be able to give your body enough time that it needs in order to be able to make the changes that we need you to be able to make, okay? So this is going to be slightly longer than my other challenges that you guys may have done in the past, and things like that. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I don't see any other ones coming in. So thank you guys so much for joining me on today's live stream. Like I said, when it comes to burning belly fat and burning fat overall, you really got to have these 3 areas working, and really just 2. It comes down to your diet being where it needs to be, your training where it needs to be, making sure you're getting in the strength training that you need to get in, okay? You can't just do it with just cardio and just crunches alone. And then you can have the extras, as I call, like the icing on the cake, just to kind of help build things up and kind of get things going even faster. All right, you guys. So I will be back to doing more lives like this on my YouTube channel now that I'm back and I'm here and I'm ready. So as always, if you guys have questions or things that you want to, topics that you want me to cover, I am always open for suggestions. So just comment down below saying, Brit, you know what, I really want to live about this. I'll also do a Wasted Wednesday Q&A in my Instagram stories. So you guys can always hop on over there and submit questions there. I do them every single Wednesday. And I will continue to do them because people tend to really enjoy those. Kesha says, when does it start? Oh, it's going to start the end of May. So yeah, so the waitlist is now open. Enrollment is going to open in a few weeks, and then yeah, we're going to kick it on going so we can get started before summertime starts and get you well into the summertime season with things popping in all those right places. So yeah, all right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live. I appreciate you guys so much as always. If you guys are looking for more information from me, please feel free to follow me across all social media. I'm at Brit Inez Rand. You can feel free to shoot me a DM if you have any questions about anything that I cover in today's live. All right, you guys.